Hey, it's me, Baba33, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Fire Emblem Warriors. We are near the end of the Fire Emblem Awakening part, and we're going back.
We've almost reached the dragon's table.
Let the story play out a little bit first.
I guess we'll find out when we get there, right, Robin?
Robin, you okay?
Yeah. Something's wrong. What's the matter?
I just haven't been able to sleep well lately. My head.
You don't look well at all. You probably need rest.
You're right. I should probably sit out the next battle.
You're in no shape to protect yourself. I'll stay back and keep an eye on you.
Thanks, Chrom.
We won't have to worry with Chrom watching over you.
You can leave the dragon's table to us.
Actually, I've got something that needs my attention.
What? You aren't going to fight with us?
I'm sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Very well.
Come on, everyone. Prepare yourselves for the battle ahead.
So pretty much we're on this mission and we can't use Chrom or Morph, pretty much the two best characters. So I'm trying to figure out what my team's going to be.
Right here.
But as I was saying earlier, pretty much this is the same map as chapter 1, I believe.
What is it? I hear you.
This time we go to the whole part, even though the stuff on the right is not accessible yet. Unless you got like a Pegasus Knight, which I would kind of show off. Obviously just finished as pre-recorded.
Right here. Ready.
And see the red exclamation mark. Those are archers. You get to play as Cordelia, who is a Pegasus rider. Her weakness is archers. She can still defeat them, but they do cause a lot of damage, so try to avoid them, especially when you're starting out at a low level. But Cordelia pretty much plays a bit similar to Frederick and the other horse riders, except that they have the ability to go over open areas. Let me lower my volume a bit. Volumes can get pretty loud on the editing floor. First it sounds kind of quiet, and now it's just buzzing in my ear sometimes. Of course you won't be able to hear that in the actual recording, hopefully. But right now we're playing as Liana. Try to get well, right now I'm gonna play as Frederick here. Like, I thought about just putting 2 and 2 on each side. But right now I'm just trying to get to this side first. Especially when you need to get to the get past the barrier, you need to defeat a certain mage, like on the left side. And there's Cordelia right there. Right now at a low level, she's a decent fighter. She doesn't do too much damage, but she's great for traveling fast. And to if you team up with like a ground soldier like Lissa, you can get her and Cordelia on the other side in open areas, and then you can just separate them apart to pretty much get to the enemies faster. I might short out off in the later parts, I'm not sure which one, but having a Pegasus rider does it does benefit your team very well. But again, they do have one major weakness, and that's archers.
Right here.
Right now I'm trying to get to pretty much to the other side. I'm also knowing this part very well. I don't want to spoil too much already, but pretty much I need to have one person in that area where Chrom and Robin are. Again, neither of them are playable characters in this mission. But after you complete the mission, you can play as Chrom and Robin and the story will still be the same. You have 2 Chroms and Robins on the field.
I'm getting stronger. Poison? That sounds like trouble. Thank you for the warning.
There's also a drawbridge right there. I think you get that down on the other side. I don't think I ever did that once in any of my playthroughs, especially here.
Yes?
Mostly it's not necessary. I keep my characters pretty spread out. But if you ever need like quick travel, pretty much go on the other side and unlock it. Yeah, man, once this will get a stronger axe, she can just take people out like that.
What is it? I hear you. Right here. Ready.
Like I also try to build up the friendship meter. Some of them has other cutscenes. It's a lot quicker if you pair up 2 characters together, but for the most part you don't have to. You can still gain friendship points just by having all the characters on the field. Right now we're pretty much dominating the left side. Still plenty of enemies over there. Get to use Frederick as for a while and level up.
I will continue to be diligent.
Oh man, it's like I'm kind of I do have a bit of a speech impediment, but it's usually not this bad. I keep on messing up on my words a bit, so I apologize. But pretty much Frederick is usually not my go-to character, but since we don't have that many, not counting the DLC characters that I do have, Frederick will just have to do. It's like, oh, I got that right in position.
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, I think I got the characters from behind the door too. That is possible to do.
Okay.
Though I'm not sure how useful you can actually make that.
Right here.
It's like, you know what, this use Cordia a bit. You know, I said that and
Yes. Okay.
you know, it's been like a week since I recorded that. I haven't really showed off Cordia. I think I do show off her special move just once, but I am going to use her in the other parts of the playthrough, but that won't be for a while, as you'll see at the end of the part.
Excellent. Watch and learn. I did it just right.
It's like,
I hear you.
I know, I'm sorry if I'm cutting back to the map and to the action, but I like to make sure things are pretty organized. Like, it's like pausing the movie, you know, right at the good part, because this is a pretty action-filled game. Now I can see some people finding this type of gameplay pretty repetitive, and I guess it could be if you're not into these kind of games, you know, like the original God of War or Bayonetta. You know, pretty much any beat 'em up game. But it's actually a lot deeper than that. Once you gain new abilities, better weapons, and for the most part, better characters. Even though in this part, the characters are mostly the same, and as you saw right there, that's well, any Pegasus Rider's special ability, but you know, Cordelia in this case.
Ready.
We were told to watch out for some sort of poison fog, were we?
Sorry to cut you off there, Frederick.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this for the most part. Oh, it's like this got the kill, but Cordelia got the level up.
The mission starting.
Fools to resist. Free these
Like,
worms from
I may
misery.
grind the characters, you know, in between playthroughs, but again, you know, this is a pretty easy game. You can pretty much play any character as is.
Forward is ours.
You know, you don't have to grind too much unless you just want either better weapons or stronger characters. The level is not really something you should worry about. It's more getting better combos, you know, more abilities and better weapons. That's really the true power of the characters.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Roger.
Ready.
Okay, so I guess once I get through this enemy, I think I switch to another character. Or I think I stay with this for a bit. Like, even though Cordelia's in that top right area, like when I go to the map, I still can't access it because it's still locked. So that means if I want to control Cordelia, I pretty much gotta switch over to her until I unlock that area. It's like, it's a bit of an annoyance, but still I find a way to benefit me in this
Anything I put my mind
in this mission. And now I got, well, a bit more access, I suppose.
I hear you. Yes.
The same thing when you're in the area full of
Okay.
dust or
Right here.
poison fog, that you won't be able to select the character once they're in that area. You saw that in the last part, kind of. And there's going to be
Forward is ours.
probably a couple more examples of that. They don't use that gimmick too much. I find that a bit surprising, at least in the story mode. Like, I'm not even sure they use that in history mode either, now that I recall. But
Mission complete.
But still, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, now we're gaining access to
Now we just need to get back.
Vladimir, pretty much the main antagonist of this mission.
The mission starting.
End of Fire Emblem Awakening. Yep, we got Anna.
Yes, sir.
Where is she? Yeah, she's always at the opposite end where I'm at.
Let's get to it.
Again, Anna's pretty optional.
Acting as you please.
And you can also have her as a playable character by
I see enemy
getting
reinforcements.
specific pieces of the picture.
Told you well.
Usually by completing the standard
Okay.
requirement, which is usually kill 1,000 enemies, and the other requirement that
The mission
is a bit
starting.
secret.
We've got a new objective.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to find out, but like in, I believe if you go to the menus, you can find out, and you also need to be in the hard or expert mode to be able to get the second one. There's like 2 in each mission.
Sorry, but I can't let this continue.
I think you need to complete at least one picture to get Anna, if I remember right.
If we can lower the drawbridge, we might be able to return to the fort from here.
And Anna's a pretty random character.
I received a report.
The shopkeep, Anna, is a pretty random character. Pretty entertaining. Too bad I'm not going to show her off in the playthrough, at least as a playable character. But I do recommend checking out some of her cutscenes, you know, some of her abilities.
Even I didn't know I could be.
Mission complete. Right
Okay, so
Ready. What is it?
did I just talk over?
I hear you.
I'll go. That went well.
I think I just talk over.
Yes, sir.
That's not possible.
Roger.
Oh no, it's still Robin's under control. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. But
Excellent.
Vladimir's controlling Robin.
Come back soon.
Well, I'm not sure if this is considered a spoiler for Fire Emblem Awakening, but well, I was just gonna say that is part of the story in that game. Don't want to give too much detail. Again, I never really played any of the Fire Emblem games, the main one, but
Mission.
I am somewhat familiar with the stories.
Robin, are you okay?
It's like,
Where am I? The last thing I remember is
I believe to get the second Emblem map, you have to defeat Vladimir first, then Robin. Like,
Yes, sir. Roger.
you have to defeat both of them, but you could
Roger.
Right here.
either beat Vladimir first and then Robin, or the other way around. Usually I protect Robin first,
I don't want to cause trouble.
mainly because if Chrom dies, that's the end of the mission. So, you know, I really recommend protecting Chrom and snap Robin out of his little spell.
Wow, you're something else. I wouldn't want to go up against you.
Oh man, I like it when you level up once you kill like a pretty strong enemy. Well, it's not like a mini boss or anything, but still, those armor enemies can be. They have pretty high defense, so it does take a while to defeat them sometimes. And just you got like a special weapon that defeat armor enemies pretty well. Like Anna does have a sword that can take down those enemies pretty easy. I'll probably show off
Ready.
reforging weapons. They do benefit you in the long run, especially if you get the special ability that take down specific army. Okay, so pretty much I'm
Yes.
near the end over here. Gotta take down Vladimir. But I like to defeat, you know, the extra enemies just for the experience points. You also get materials from them and weapons.
That's how you want it.
So even though I say grinding is not
Like this profit margin.
too important, I still recommend, you know, getting whatever experience points you can get before the mission ends.
The enemy's beginning to falter.
And this is just want to get through everything really fast and just focus on the main missions, and usually the sub missions there's just optional, you can fail them and still continue on.
We must defeat Vladimir and stop the ceremony. We've got to hurry. What is it? I hear you. Albert. The fort is ours.
But while they're just over here kicking butt, I'm still working on videos.
Yes.
Right now I got one in the works. Pretty much everything recorded. I just need to do the editing, and
Yes, sir.
hopefully that'll be it.
Roger.
I have a couple of reviews in mind, like a couple of versus reviews, regular reviews. Again, you know, this year I've been pretty busy with real life, so unfortunately I wasn't able to upload much video compared to last year.
Yes.
I don't know, like, this is really more of a hobby for me than anything else. It's like, oh yeah, I think I do take my time by pretty much try to get this, you know, every material, every treasure chest. See, the ability to search characters like that does benefit you. It's like, if done right, you could have an unstoppable team. It's like, yeah, I'm going over to get the treasure because it's a lot faster that way. It's like, this one's kind of, I'm not sure if you can see the treasure from where you see, where you're watching it. The treasure chest is so small, sometimes you're able to miss it, and it kind of blends in even though it's obviously a different color. Maybe if you select the ground enemy, it's much easier to see, but when you're on a Pegasus, everything looks small by comparison.
Yes?
Like, but now it's time to actually finish this part. Usually I try to keep this around 15 to 20 minutes. Mainly because it is a pretty repetitive game, and
You cannot undo.
let this play out first.
Now then, surrender to your doom.
Okay, as I was saying, the gameplay can be a bit repetitive, so sometimes
Down here and now.
I can quickly run out of things to talk about.
Leave it to me.
Sometimes pairing the character, they have unique dialogues, like pairing up Chrom and Cordelia. Pretty much to have like actual conversations instead of just these one-liners that can fit with any pairing.
Cannot accept this as fated.
I wonder if you could get a victory animation for this one, if I remember correctly.
Looks like a victory.
We should seal this altar so it can never be used for
Yeah,
the ceremony.
even though the mission's over, I still have to fly around like that. I really like the animation of the rings.
Thanks to you all.
This is a spoiler yet for Fire Emblem Awakening, so a little warning.
In truth, my name is Lucina. I hail from the same world as Chrom. Well, I guess our worlds aren't exactly the same. Where we are from, the situation is rather dire. It's a grim future yet to unfold.
You're from the future? Wait, but you said we. Who else came with you?
The hero's origin unveiled at last. Hark! The blood of the virtuous few enriches my veins as well. Blood that I share with another. A gentle soul set adrift on the...
Let's get to the point.
Okay. Long story short, Liz is gonna be my mom.
Wait!
That's right, Mother. I'm your loving son from a far-flung future. But how to prove the truth of my words? Of course, I'll share a secret that only your child would know.
No, stop right there, Owen. No
This
secrets,
says
because I believe you.
son?
But Mother, you need to know in your soul
That's
that I'm
enough.
your flesh and blood.
Lucina. You bear the brand. Could it be?
Hello, Father.
Man,
Better?
imagine if you're a
Yes, Mom.
teenager, like a young teenager, and this random person
Should I call
comes
him
up to
something
you and
else?
says, "You're gonna be
No,
my
it's
kid.
just strange to
You're gonna be
hear.
my parent in the future."
I like it.
Chrom, Lucina,
Hey.
you got a minute?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but the last patrol returned with vital information. They reported a fierce battle between two armies we've never seen before.
Could they be people who came through the portals like we did?
If that's the case, then there could be a hero from another world with them too.
Hold on. We could get pulled into their war if we do this wrong.
A power above must favor our quest. The solution has revealed itself.
What solution do you mean, Owain?
What are you saying?
Owain, speak plainly.
Oh, maybe we split up and approach both sides at the same time?
If we split our forces and a battle breaks out, we would be in serious trouble.
But a smaller force would be able to move about unnoticed.
Time is critical. Let's take the risk and split into 2 groups.
So that's pretty much the end of that part. Quote-unquote Moth is actually Lucina from the future. And, you know, the future daughter of Chrom. And that's pretty much it for the Fire Emblem Awakening portion. What we got here is the Master Seal. This power ups the character by a whole lot. With the power up the stats. Unfortunately, we're not able to use that yet. A character must be at least in level 15 before they actually use it. I make sure to show that off once I actually get a character to level 15. Like, each character can get a Master Seal, but they're not all in the story mode. Some of it is in the history mode.
Something new has been added.
Okay, so getting a lot of notification there.
Something new has been added.
Gets annoying, but you know, as you see here, we got 2 directions. I'm gonna start with the top one and go forward from there. So in the next part, we're going to meet the Rhodesian princess. This is me, Baba Daddy, and I catch you guys later. See ya.